And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, one of my favorite cooperative games is Flashpoint Fire Rescue, in which you are a group of firefighters trying to rescue people from a fire. Today we're looking at the only big box expansion for it. There are 3 map packs for it. Urban Structures, Dangerous Waters, and another one. This one here, though, is called Extreme Danger. And this is a box full of a lot of different pieces, including new plastic miniatures and a 3rd floor. Let's take a look. Included in this expansion are a bunch of these gentlemen here. These are kind of cool looking figures, I suppose. I mean, they look like they're more fun to use than these, although they're asking to be painted. And you're supposed to put them in one of these bases. So you put them in the base so that I can instantly look at this and know that, hey, yes, I'm the yellow player. And you can tell each of these is a certain one. Although the thing is, these guys kind of look cute in a sense. I don't know how to explain it. There's kind of a disconnect between using this guy and then looking at this card. I'm not really seeing necessarily how they get together, but whatever. That's being really nitpicky, and I do like having these guys in the game. There's 2 new boards included with this game. Here we have the garage, which is one of the boards included, and so you can see it has a different kind of setup. But what really makes this board really fun, and the rules say it's optional, but seriously, if you're going to play with a garage, you've got to play with these explosive objects. You can see here that this can take 4 damage, and after that, this whole thing's going to explode. Or you can take a pile of oil drums. And so having one or more multiples of these in your garage really can be a lot of fun and gives you something that you have to try to protect. There's other features on this board too. You can see that there's some green doors here. These are fireproof doors, and when these get hit by fire, by an explosion, you'll roll the 6-sided die, and 1 through 3, you're fine. Otherwise, the door will become jammed. And when a door is jammed, you can go unjam it, which will clear it out, but it takes up your time and then basically gets rid of that door. There's also windows on the outside of the building. These windows can be opened. And so firefighters can, crawl through windows and such, and windows can be destroyed by one structural thing. So that's basically what we have here for this board. On the other side, you have essentially a 2-story building. Now, in a 2-story building, there are stairs. You can see the stairs here, and then those stairs connect over here. And so players are going to be going back and forth, up and down. They won't be able to get to the upper story building, and you can see there's fireproof doors and windows here too. But players will also have what is called a portable ladder. They can carry these off the fire truck, and they can set these up on the ground floor. And they will then, this is the ground floor. They can set that on the bottom and then set this part here on the top and then climb up the ladder. You can even carry people down the ladder. This is good because fire can go down the stairs, explosions can carry down the stairs. Players can also play with the hydraulic platform, which takes the place of the deck gun. It's just a cool little thing that you can have, and you can move this around and fire the cannon from this, basically acting like it's on the truck. And you can add explosive objects to this one too. As you can see, this is some kind of factory that it's producing explosive stuff. You can even have chemical spills. And chemical spills are going to be moving around on these toxic markers, which will instantly kill people and take out firefighters too. So maybe it won't put around fire, but also puts around this toxic stuff, which can be a real pain in the neck. And if that's not enough for you, then this expansion also comes with a 3rd board for both boards. A basement board here. This is for the garage, and this is another for the attic for the building here. And each of these boards has a 9 through 12, so you'll need to use a 12-sided die instead of an 8-sided die for the black side. So that's pretty cool. It basically extends it, makes the building bigger. Bigger is not better here, in a sense though, because you're going to have to be moving around and figuring out how to get in all these different spots. And there's different changes basically on how fires advance and things. It adds some complication, but basically it just makes the whole thing a little bigger, and you can see there's stairs to get up and down from one floor to the other. Now, the stuff that's in this is not really new. We saw the ladders and the multi-floor thing in the expansion second story, and in Dangerous Waters we saw the fireproof doors that we see here. But you know what, that's okay. The thing is, I'm telling you, this, if you want more for Flashpoint Fire Rescue, I'd buy this first, because there's a ton of stuff. Not only is there all the little extra pieces you don't need, but you have 2 cool scenarios, and if you want to, you can add that explosive stuff to the regular game, although maybe that would be kind of weird if a house had explosive things inside it. But I love the explosive things. I love having to protect that. I like having 3 floors. Yes, it's a little bit more convoluted. I wouldn't recommend it for beginners or family gamers but to have the extra things and running down the floors and figuring out where the people are and stay away from that car, it's about to explode, and hazardous things. These are different rules that are added, but they really don't complex the game up that much. And it's just something cool and refreshing to do after the original thing. The plastic pieces and all that, those are nice. I wouldn't get the expansion for those, but it has 2 solid scenarios here. You know, going into the mechanics workshop, a place that seems like it should start on fire anyway, and then having the different floors. It's kind of like buying 2 of the smaller expansions together. So, why I think if you're a completionist, obviously, and you love Flashpoint Fire Rescue, you should get everything. But if you're only going to get 1 expansion, this would be the first one that I would get, just because it offers a whole chunk of new mechanisms in it, at the same time, I think, without being completely overwhelming. And you can add in just a few of them if you want to. Solid scenarios. My favorite expansion of the bunch, that is Extreme Danger. And yes, I've lost this more times than I wish to admit.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!